Hello everybody, Messenger here with episode 7 of BeamNG Drive Career Mode Hardcore Edition with the RLS Career Overhaul mod. So I was taking a look, kind of having a feel at things, and I decided, well, we can do some more cargo boxes in the rear seats. And the tires definitely need more improvement. Like, we had some decent tires, but size-wise, it just were not going to keep up. So we went 15 by 10, 15 by 9. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of rain. That's another thing, is I changed them to Super Sport 3Rs, hoping that they do a little bit better with the rain, but not losing too much on the drag performance. Put on a tow hitch so we can go ahead and do some stuff there. This is basically going to take our money. Let's get that done before something else tries to take money from me. And this car's worth 20,000 credits, it says now. So let's go ahead and just take a quick drive. We'll go somewhere, see how this is feeling and everything. Oh, geez. Forgot how responsive it is, too. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit more grip right now. Do need to get a tachometer in here, too, at some point, but we're going to kind of take things as we go, trying to get some more money going. Just run another lead right here. I like don't even have to touch the throttle at all, and it's immediately revving out. This thing is going to be absolutely nuts, and it's already kind of like lightweight because of the way it started out. I do want to go take it down the highway here. Let's see what we got, and oh yeah, payment missed. We gotta start making money. I could feel that rear end just starting to slide a little bit there. Ooh. Still a little bit boaty. Definitely needs something better with the sway bars done here. We'll just stick on the highway here. Good bit of body roll still, but this ought to get us a little bit of money here. I don't know what that was for. Yeah, as to say, I know I got that guy there, so I can't just get around him. Think about going the wrong way, but this also gives us a good opportunity to get away here. Yeah, there we go, 778, so that'll be able to get us our next loan payment. Of course, we only got a 4-speed, so that's going to get fixed though at some point. We'll just go and park over here underneath the over at the fuel area and all that. I mean, this thing's not going to be fuel efficient by any means, but they usually would think that this would do a lot worse, but it seems to be doing pretty good. So let's go ahead, we got some milestones to check out. So first accident repair, that gives us 50 credits, 100 credits for spending 2,000 on goods and services, 150 credits for spending 5,000, 200 credits for that, 250. Oh, got some goodies there. 5,000 on vehicle parts, giving us 100. Well, probably 100 in total for the two, honestly. I didn't even think about dividing in half. That's okay. 1,000 here, though, for 300 kilometers. So that's a good little bit of money. It's bringing us up to 2803 now on our money. And, of course, it says we have more, but we don't. Yeah, let's go back to career paths. And we're going to try to knock out some more of this commercial here. Yeah, this doesn't have, there we go. Now I can select with a controller, but I had to use my mouse to get into it for some reason. I couldn't figure it out, at least. Okay, commercial courier. Why did I say it like that? I don't know. Nope, so we actually get to drive the semi-truck, little tiny one. Drive the semi-truck for this and make a little bit of cash. So this will also knock out all of this and have this one done. So that's a little bit of a bonus there. So we got, what, 1 minute, 27 seconds to get around. There we go. Interaxle. And center diff lock. That's weird. And it's raining to make this all the more fun. All I did is tap it, man. We got 10 seconds. We're not making it by any stretch. I'm gonna have to change the weather probably. No, I was looking at the timer wrong. I don't even know how much time we've spent already, but I know we're well over, so. We gotta deal with this. I tried to stop, but the rain. Let's see. What do we get out of it at least? So 7,000 divided by 32. 3,500 credits is what we got. Let's give it another retry here. And Alt W. Turn it back on to hopefully change it. No, it really likes rain though, honestly. Yeah. Let's switch to sunny. There we go. And disable it. And there goes our payments. So we got that as well. That's good. Okay, now we can go ahead, quit playing around with everything, and actually get on to a mission here. I just took out those wheels, didn't I? Yes, I did. I took out a... And it's supposed to be locked between the inner axles and all that. Oh my goodness. I just can't do this one apparently. Turns it off again on me though. Trying to think about like how can I even make this any faster to get through here. I mean, this is about the best I can do. There. Maybe take this a bit wide and in on in. $119. All right, managed to just get in there on that. Perfect. That gives us another 5,700 divided by 2, so 2,535, so 2,750. 2,750. Quick math, right? That's a little bit more cash in the pocket. Definitely help us out to pay that loan back. That's the big thing I'm looking at. So we're at 8611. We got another milestone, looks like, as well. So commercial star collector for 250, even though it says 500. And let's go to here. Yeah, and I can't move in here any using the left stick or the buttons. Nothing happens. There's no way for me to get into that menu. Interesting. But then it comes back and works again. It's a heavy haul. Looks like the next one we have to do. And for this one, I gotta back up real quick. Get that trailer. So I'm gonna lock that. Put her into that mode, probably. I'm not sure. We'll see how this goes. Maybe I'll have to go with low. Looks like we weren't quite straight aligned with it there. Don't need to shift up there because we are slowing down here. It's weird because my hotkey doesn't work like it's supposed to. Alt-A should be changing that, but it's not changing the drive for me, so I'm kind of stuck with fighting it right now. The splitter, so that way I can drive like you're supposed to. Another loan payment. There we go. 19,000 kilogram load is what it's stating. Yeah. I think I qualify for that, right? So 15,000 divided by 2 would be 7,500 credits. That's what we got actually out of that. And container terminal delivery. So we get to go ahead and take one last long drive there. We do. Level 2, the commercial branch, 250, so 125, and then 350 credits right there. Beautiful. I don't know why I keep backing all the way out, but I do. Right, so it looks like we get to take that container all the way. Well, trailer. That's not a container. They need to rename that. Because the container one makes me think we actually have a container we're going to be dealing with, but we don't. So something else has got to be interfering with the Alt-A keybind, which is likely due to a mod. And that's kind of one of those things that just bugs me a little bit when people make mods and they use the default hotkeys for stuff when they set them up. So it's kind of a tough one because what could be the culprit? Who knows? But I'll definitely take my little shortcut up here too. Try to go left of the trees here because it's a little less of a hill, but you gotta keep some speed with this one for sure. Do have kind of an idea. Some of these challenges would be pretty cool, like this one, for example, with police in the traffic as well. Give it a little bit more time, and then, yeah, now we just gotta cruise on down to the island over there. No more gears above. Should be able to pretty much keep her flat if I stick her wide here. Going towards oncoming, but yep, just kept her flat. Perfect. Okay, that car's not in my way anymore. I've got a slight pull to the left. By slight, I mean a little more than slight. That's okay. See that trailer back there just tipping. Engine is starved of oil. Uh-oh. I'll start picking up some speed here. Really kind of just chill, cruising, holding full throttle as much as I can. Just gonna try to pass this guy on this side here. my goodness, almost lost that trailer there. That's another payment to the bank. I had to make sure that I actually had that on. I thought I turned it on, but it's hard for me to tell right now if that's actually doing its job or not. I think that guy knows that I gotta get here. Managed to just stay out of the way. I didn't have to slow down or nothing. We get some big money for this. So, of course, half of all that. But that's 10, 15, 2250, 22,500. Sorry. Which would be 11,250, which we get out of that. So that's a pretty good chunk of change. It's going to say 22,500, but it's 11,250 credits that we actually get out of that, which is pretty good. Got another milestone here. Didn't want to do that. Kind of a bad idea to park there, I think. Looking back, maybe. Right? So 27 stars and the challenges in the commercial branch, giving us 600 credits. There is one more to get, but that would be... If I take a look back in here, that would be because of this one, Nimble Navigator. I would have to figure out getting that done and everything. But we're up to 30,000 credits right now, guys. Like, that's pretty good. I still need about 20,000 more credits. But I think we'll be okay to run some stuff because our loan will just do what it needs. I've thought about paying that one off fully, and then maybe that's what we could do. And then get a bigger loan. No, because that's honestly just going to cost us more in the long run. And as much as it would be nice to get some stuff like that going, we get vehicle transports and parcel deliveries in here. So let's see. Yeah, as much as it would be nice to get the next garage that I want and buy a vehicle and all that, I don't want to be spending more for it. So right now, letting this loan kind of peter itself out and just going along with everything from there should be all right. This is going to be a time-sensitive one, huh? Okay. That's going to Belasco Auto. We can load 4 of those into there. That's a pretty good chunk of change right there, though. It wants us to do it that way, and I was afraid it's going to do it like that. So we're going to have to actually prioritize going to the end because of that. So that's kind of a goofy thing with this auto. Is that it will give you what's shortest and not necessarily what's best, because if we have time sensitive with this, like 5 minutes, 7 seconds, yeah. This car is going to be loaded down, though, because we look at this, this is 155. So let's say 600 pounds in these engine parts, you know, 36, another 70. So we're going to be well over 1,000 pounds, I would say, by the end of this. I mean, oh my gosh, yeah. But that's okay. We have the power for it. I'm not concerned about anything else because we have the power. I'm going to ignore that. Good news is I also got the braking for it. Still spin him with all this weight. pretty sure this is one of the undercovers up here. We're going for it. We're gonna make some money. I gotta get out of a chase and drop this stuff off and really get some money going. Maybe not. We still move. Not well. Not well at all. Going down without a fight, though. Oh, my steering's gone up front. It was working and now it's gone. That would just pop out real quick. Let's see if this still does this. That's where it doesn't at least affect my insurance. Maybe I can get away. Means I'm gonna lose out on some of that other stuff, but hey, I did it. You gotta wait for 1311. It's worth it. It's worth it. Oh my goodness, there's smoking and everything. Yeah, this is not gonna happen very well. To go back to Chinatown, we'll take a little penalty, but that was, I mean, maybe the chase was a little bit of a silly idea, but I did also see, now I forgot completely to mention this to you guys, but when I ended last episode, I went over and took a look, and I had seen that all I needed to do was repair and my throttle issue went away. So there was something going on. I tried to see if there was a part that it would be related to possibly, but no, there's nothing that I could really figure out. So this is a kind of a new thing. Thankfully we got all this money. We would take either a really big hit and save 4,000 or just do it on our own. So, yeah. And totaling out the vehicle would mean, of course, oh, it's 15 minutes. Ooh, man. Now, what is the max? 56.58 that I can put down onto that. 55. Okay. Let's prepay. Let's get that done. Loan's paid off, right? So we get less interest when we paid off quicker. We can get a maximum of 50,000 here, it says. I'm just kind of looking to see, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll be back in about 15 minutes when the Blue Bruck is back in action. Alright, so we are back. Here it is, ready to go. Let's go ahead and retrieve it. I want to do a performance index. I just want to, I'm kind of curious, you know. We haven't done that. Might as well now, especially that I put in some tires on it. And then maybe go run around the track a couple of laps to see how that does as well. Oh my gosh, I pulled a whole on wheelie. Wow. Wheelie off the line and then holy cow. And I'm looking at the wall still does that. Okay, now we know that we have 1,318 horsepower. That LSX thing is a little bit broken, but if it's here, I'm gonna keep using it. Let's see, we got 1.36 G of braking force, 947 for the quarter at 153. The biggest thing, of course, is, you know, it pulled a wheelie, and on top of that, it probably ran out of gearing. I wasn't even paying attention. I was just blown away by the fact that it was scooting like that. So that's pretty good. We have 5 grand. Let's see what I can do for sway bar. Like, where am I at? I'm at regulars, right? I think we're gonna go with a race here. We'll do a race in the rear. Is there an ABS slot? I don't think there is there? No. That's okay. Yeah, we got a heavy duty in the rear already. Let's go with the race though. We'll just change those over. And the crazy thing is that I can turn up the boost if I wanted to. So I think we're more than fine where we're at. If I wanted to change it into a drag car at some point, definitely doable. The big thing I want to take a look at is our track offsets that we have here. So as we can see, I mean, I could probably go a little bit more in the rear, and that's just going to help. It'll soften the suspension and all of its effects and stuff a little bit, but it'll definitely be a help. I think I'm just going to do the rear, leave the front alone. Let's see. Yeah, anti-roll springs are okay. The rear looks... Man, that looks a little bit soft for me personally, and the front, I think, is a little bit heavy. I think. I'm still kind of getting an idea of how to set those best, but it does all right. So there we go. Wish I could add a little chop in this. I think this can go up as well. Let's go to 6950. And, of course, we can do this easily here. So let's get out of this before we try something out. And we're going to go ahead and hop on into the car. So Alt-Shift-U, and that'll open up this. So we can add quick, just for the sake of this curiosity of mine, torque curve. And yeah, we got plenty of room to keep pushing her up. Trying to remember. Yeah, I can get into it once I'm in tuning. I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. There we go. So we get into tuning, get on into the car, and we don't have that going yet, so I still can't quite fine tune it. Let's just push 8,000. That way we're over and done, and we'll see what we have to shift to. 8,000 is 1,500 horsepower. I don't even think, because naturally aspirated we're at 909. I think that I didn't even need to add a turbo. Or, well, 2 of them, honestly. But it looks so nice, you know? You just see that coming up. I mean, you're following along from back here. You're kind of hearing it like, man, that thing's got something weird going on. And then, right? So Alt-Shift-U. Edit. Let's get that. And then, yeah, we'll take it on over to the racetrack and we'll kind of see here. We can see we got some difference in the body panel colors, so I like that a little bit too. I think it's down to whether or not there's clear coat on there. We should be able to hit higher top speed now with gearing as well. Just got to be cautious with the throttle. And the braking. I probably honestly could pull back the braking force a little bit on here, but that's something I'll probably do as an extra or something like that. I'm not quite sure how we'll run that around, but we'll definitely take a look. Yeah, I'll go left here. still got quite a bit of roll, though. I wanted to go right. That was a whoopsie. It's so tempting to just rip the car, but I at least gotta wait until we get to the racetrack here. Have the automatic shifter. I just thought about that. Yeah, we got a couple little bits to tidy up, make it look a little bit better, but performance first here. Gosh, I don't even know. Maybe half throttle. Let's do this. That way you guys know and I know. Is it again? Yes, pedals and axes. There we go. And there. So we have that down there for you guys to also see. Anything more than like 20%, it looks like, and it's going nuts with that. Yeah, I don't think we'll have a gearing issue even at 4 speeds with the way this is. I think this is going to be broken because I did a run like that. Oh my gosh. The amount of lift on the front end there is nuts. I mean, these aren't drag tires, but still hook up pretty good. I mean, I didn't launch, just kind of let it do its own thing there, but brakes are fading already in the front. Oh boy. Yeah, that didn't fix it either, so unfortunately we can't really do anything with that, but we got 20 minutes so we can at least run a couple of laps. Let's see, how do I want to... Yeah, let's go back here behind. This is going to be a bit of a challenge, and I honestly may take the turbo and put it down low or figure out something with that. Now the front brakes are not enjoying it. Thought they're racing disc brakes in the front too. I'm not sure what to think with the brakes fading like that. That's not really a great deal. Definitely just frying the brakes, which I mean, there's no shortage of power. Handling is all right. I wouldn't say it's too great, but easy push to 200 right there. So I use the engine to help me slow down a little bit here because the brakes are needing some air. $2237.99, but I gotta figure out the brakes at the front because they are not hanging in there very well. In fact, we have a bit of brake glow going on. Yeah, I would say they're a little hot there. Let's try and keep at least a breeze going here. I wonder if I can see the tires. Yeah, but I couldn't tell if I could be able to see the brakes glowing or not. Holding at like 20% there. Using that handbrake because the rear brakes are not pried out yet. Okay, let's see. So what we are going to do, towing back to Chinatown and see what we can figure out with the brakes. Maybe something weight reduction. I also want to see about a roll cage. I mean, we didn't make a whole lot of money, but let's see. That should be in body. Change that from a 2-door hardtop, sedans, 4 doors. Wow. Just do a regular old manual floor shifter. Don't need a column shifter, so we can remove that. So we can make a little bit of pennies back on that. Yeah, so that's that. Roll cage, roll cage, roll cage. Where are we? Should be right here. There we go. $21.99. Woo! That's gonna help stiffen her up too. And then let's take a look at these front brakes. Yeah, racing was semi. Oh, I mean, full race is about the next step up. There isn't. And there's disc and drum for the front, so that means that's about it. Let's do. Oh, that's gonna be too much money right now, but we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to look into the shocks and stuff like that as well. So at least we're getting some of the bits taken care of in there. Go to my parts, inventory, sell parts, and all. 1,681 credits. So at least a little something back into the pocket. I'm gonna take that down half, like 5 PSI. It really does not need a whole lot. Let's see, our rear, put that up to 30, and I think our front can actually go back to, well, almost to where it was. And yeah, that'll be that little bit done there. So I wonder if, it's like this time of day has not ran at all. I also had the weather stopped. We got the weather on. So hit this button. Yeah, I don't know why that was toggled off. I don't recall hitting it, but okay. I guess let's see if I can find anything down at the dockyards real quick to haul. Trailer, hopefully. Yeah, those front brakes are just going to be squeaking now because I've glazed them up pretty good. It's kind of delayed from when I hit it to... Should make it a little more controllable, because in all honesty, holding any more than about 1,000 horsepower is a little bit of a challenge. Just couldn't quite see the light. The car back there definitely freaked out because all of a sudden my reverse lights come on. Now we're just waiting for a green light, of course. That a little bit. There we go. There we go, now we're getting a little bit of light time in here. $13 trailers. Okay, so we've got a few, and it looks like they're actually going to give us a fair amount. Spearleaf Marine right here. 1596. Yeah, we're going to try out trailer with this too. Doesn't seem to really mind so far. I mean, rear end doesn't seem too low as if yet. He was turning. I figured, but I wasn't sure. Somehow got a high clutch temperature warning up there, so I'm gonna try to keep the RPMs a little higher, because I think what it is the game's auto clutch is holding it up pretty high, and because of how I'm not being super aggressive with getting up to speed, it's just riding the clutch for a while then. We are going left. Yeah, we got our floor shifter. That's good. I believe it was 60 to 70, something like that here. We'll use the cruise control that we totally have in the car and just sit at 61 miles an hour there. As in all honesty, even if it's 70 and the traffic is doing 70, we're going to catch them anyway. That is inevitable. Not exactly what I wanted, but we're going for it, I guess. About 19 credits real quick there. And cool. Got some more money, we got some more levels, we got some more goodies. Oh my goodness, that front end, like, what is it about that? It needs like more sway bar or something. Almost, yeah, I was pulling that tire off the ground. That was kind of crazy. All right, one more I think we got time for. Let's see what we can get here. 1,947 right here. Oh, there we go. 1,362 central suburbs with some wooden planks. All right, let's go ahead and grab that. And so far, though, I got to be honest, the car is doing pretty good at hauling as well. I mean, it's not struggling really with like rear end traction, besides, of course, power. But, you know, when churning, it's not like trying to shove the car around as much. So it's at least doing good that way. Oh boy. Now it's kind of struggling with the clutch. Yeah, because we got maximum load basically. Clutch is going again. Yeah, we're bouncing and we're swaying and so definitely going to be keeping her in high RPMs here to help out. definitely don't want to be getting into a chase, but now, of course, I've got this police car ahead of me, so I'm kind of stuck going slow right now. Sitting here in second gear. What the heck happened there? Jeez, hold on there. My goodness. What even happened? Like... Now I'm gonna have to sit here like this because of my clutch. This thing is dancing around back and forth so bad. Clutch is overheating. You can see the smoke coming off of it. Oh my goodness, this is not what I was expecting to have happen. Clutch is overheating again? Why does it do that? And of course, the F11 has that has been taken out, so of course I can't do any of that fun stuff, right? That is so. I think what happened is this is essentially just so overloaded it actually broke the trailer suspension there. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good either. I think the clutch just burned out completely out. Well, we still got some going here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to abandon that, unfortunately. Shut off the car too and just kind of let it. That's all clutch smoke. Like, man, if the clutch was actually smoking that much. Whew. All right, let's see. We gotta go. My cargo and abandon that. Partially could be because of my car and how it was all doing that, but we lost 10 reputation, which is not good because we're not off to a good start on that then. But yeah, I think let's go ahead and get the car on back before we wrap up here. Oh yeah. That clutch is not happy at all right now. Yeah. That's not tires. Went a little bit quick. It's 35 miles an hour in there, but we gotta get a fine, right? We gotta have one. It was only 350 credits. Only. I'm just going to use the cruise control because it'll keep a better, more even throttle there. Yeah, I think for some reason, we're at nearly 3,000 RPM, and you can see on the left side it's trying to use the clutch. I don't know why it wants to do that. Because, like, I normally would be 2,000 RPM and out completely if I were driving this, so... That auto clutch, maybe I have to dig into that a little bit too. We'll kind of just Use our squealy brakes. We burnt up the front brakes. We burnt up the clutch. Ooh, that was close. So this will not do heavy duty hauling. But guys, that is it for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content, go ahead and subscribe. But again, that's it, everybody. Take care and bye-bye.